details. Well, he's out here, rolled out from the south, chained to the west, selected 19th overall on last Thursday, by the Los Angeles Lakers. Could be the point guard of the future. We're talking about a man who spent 1 year at Georgia Tech. Now in the professional ranks, a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. Javaris Crittenton joins us, did his press conference today, and he's out checking out the city right now. Javaris, thanks for taking the time out. How you doing, man?
No problem. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
We're good.
Real good. How was the whole draft process? Was it a bit overwhelming?
It was just an exciting time. It became a little overwhelming, and I got a little anxious, on draft day, trying to figure out where I'm going. Just sitting back watching the draft, and I ended up being selected 19 by the Lakers, and I was excited, very happy about that.
Well, now that it's Hollywood, now that you're in L.A., now that you've come to the West Coast, do you think that there's a danger that you may, in fact, quote unquote, go Hollywood?
Nah, I don't think so. It's funny because my teammates back at Georgia Tech, they nicknamed me Hollywood.
Now, why would they do something like that?
I don't know. That's those guys. They say because of how I dress and stuff. But they used to call me Hollywood. And it's funny, when I got drafted, they was like, Hollywood's going Hollywood. So I don't think I'm going to turn Hollywood at all.
Javaris, you're in L.A. now. I know you had a workout in the ATL. They were looking for a point guard, talking about Mike Conley Jr., talking about AC Law, who they ended up taking. I think you and AC went head-to-head there. What were you thinking about when it came to Atlanta and kind of your hometown team? Was that something you were pulling for? Because a lot of times you'll hear people want to do that. Others just kind of want to get away and start over when it comes to going pro.
It's something that I thought about, but I didn't want to place too many emphasis on it, thinking about it too much because just like they selected AC, if I would just put all my emphasis on, the Hawks taking me, then I would have been kind of heartbroken. But it was something that I thought about. And, it was funny because in that workout, the GM said I had the best workout out of all of the guys that were working out. But, they ended up taking AC. That was fine with me. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a Laker now. I'm happy to be a Laker.
Javaris, when it comes to those workouts, what is it they're looking for? It's not like you're playing 5-on-5, right? You're not running a squad against another dude. Is it one-on-one workouts? Is it agility drills? Is it psychological testing? And is every team different?
They do everything. Everything you can imagine and above. But I think they just want to see, if you can handle the ball. They look at each player and what position they play, different aspects. If you can handle the ball at the point guard position, if you can create for yourself, if you can shoot the ball, if you're athletic. They look at everything.
Who have you talked to on your team or in the front office? How many relationships have you developed in this short time that you've been a Laker?
I've met with the coach. I've met with the GM, the assistant GM. I've yet to meet any of my teammates. That's about it. I met with our media guy.
Was it creepy to sit across from Phil Jackson with that soul patch, all crazy looking?
No, I actually ran into Phil for the first time today. I was coming over for my press conference, and I met with him for about 3 minutes maybe. And that was about it.
Javaris, when you talk about those workouts, I mentioned it, and you said they test all those, all the things. They put you through a rigorous kind of set of tests. Was there anything different when you did it for the Lakers as compared to anyone else?
The only difference was they tested us on the offense, how much we knew about the triangle offense. And when we were in there testing, the guys were kind of looking stunned and crazy, like, what is this? But I ran the triangle offense in high school, so I was able to answer many questions. That was about it.
You ran the triangle in high school. Was your coach crazy?
I heard that, yes.
That's a tough offense, isn't it?
Yeah, but it takes some time to learn. But overall, I think it's a pretty good offense to run. And, it creates a lot of spacing for each individual to operate.
And speaking of high school, you played with Dwight Howard. He's about to sign that max contract. I assume you're still in touch with him. He's got to be pretty happy with the way things are turning out for him as a pro.
Yeah, he is. We still talk. We've been talking every day lately. And he's very excited about his max deal and about the NBA and just about me stepping into the NBA also.
And how weird is it for you right now? You're in a whirlwind. You're in L.A. You just went through the draft. You had 1 year of college. How weird is it to look back and say, man, like 18 months ago, 2 years ago, I was in high school?
It is weird. Time is passing by quick, though. And I'm happy that, I finally made it to the NBA. It's a lifelong dream. Like yesterday, I was just playing in a high school game, and you look back on your life and all the things that I've accomplished and how quick time is going by.
Well, I would assume you have a little bit of that at Georgia Tech as well. I mean, a school that is known for producing point guards. I mean,
Price, Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, you got Travis Best and Jarrett Jack recently. I mean,
Big Head Marbury.
Which one of those? Which one of those your favorite, Javaris? Mark Price, Steph. Who was it?
Kenny Anderson and Steph. They were my favorite too. I watched film on them. I still have a highlight reel of Kenny Anderson. He was at Georgia Tech, so Kenny's my favorite, and Stephon is right behind him.
And, you know, when you talk about point guards, there's always that question. Is he a pass-first point guard? Is he a scoring point guard? Well, what would you say you are? Because I saw you pile up both points and assists in college.
I feel like I can distribute the ball best. I can score when needed to. It all depends on what the coach needs me to contribute to the team.
Javaris, when you look at the NBA and you look at the way that it has changed, I would assume you've been a fan of the sport for a while. I mean, having played it and stuff, and knowing that this very well could be your destiny to get into it, you know, for a profession. Do you like the way things are working out with the Suns and some of these teams beginning to play that up-tempo basketball, or do you kind of think back to those Bulls teams of the '90s and how they knocked it out with MJ with that triangle that you played in college? Is there any one thing that you prefer to do that you enjoy doing versus another?
I don't really enjoy one over the other. I like the fast-paced game, you know, getting out in the open court, creating. But if you have a team that can execute the offense well, then that's fine also. So I really don't favor one over the other as long as you get the job done.
All right, what are we supposed to call you? Is it J or JC or Jarv or Crit or Critter? I mean, what do you like? Or Hollywood. Yeah, I like Hollywood. Hollywood! What are we going to go with?
People call me Jay. Some people call me JC. Some people call me Crit. Some people call me J Crit. It just depends on.
J Crit is pretty good. That one is pretty good. Now talk about
Hollywood.
You've been here for a short time. Speaking of Hollywood, talk about the differences between Atlanta, which is a major city in the United States, and Los Angeles, your new hometown.
Atlanta is a major city. It's very big, but LA, like, you can't compare the two. LA is huge. A lot more things to get into out here, so I just want to be careful about what I do out here and just be safe.
Well, stay away from Lohan. That's kind of the rule. You stay away from Lohan, you'll probably stay out of trouble. I have one more question for you, Javaris or Jay Crit or Hollywood. We'll get to know you a little bit better. I mentioned when you got drafted that, you know, we watch a lot of Pac-10 basketball. USC was real good. UCLA was real good. So, you know, we didn't have a lot of time to see a lot of G-Tech. I did happen to watch the UNLV Georgia Tech game. I know you struggled in that first half. You turned it on a little bit there in the second half. I mean, looking back on your tournament experience, would you say it was positive, or is that a game you'd like to have back?
That's a game I'd definitely like to have back. Just went through something that day. You know, me and Thaddeus, we subbed out a lot during that game. We couldn't really get in our rhythm. But that's a game I really wish that I could take back and play over.
Well,
because, you know, as bad as we played, we were this close and we didn't pull it off. So if we would have came to play, you know, came with our A game, and I think we would have beat that team by 15 or 20 points. We would have advanced. But you know, you can't bring things back. Can't turn back the hands of time. All I can do is get better and look forward.
Well, I'll tell you, that first-round NCAA tournament game, very similar to a Lakers-Bobcats matchup. I think you'll feel that same sort of excitement when Charlotte rolls into town.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. Maybe the Suns are the Kings. Javaris, congratulations. We're excited to have you. We look forward to meeting you when the season starts. I assume you're going to be in Las Vegas for the Summer League next week?
Yes, I will.
All right. Well, good luck out there. And
don't go Hollywood in Vegas.
Don't be going Hollywood on us.
All right, thanks.
Absolutely. Javaris Crittenton,
nice
your
kid.
newest Laker. Nice kid.